the gun to give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Estes. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. It's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
The Rebels trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Motion from the wideout. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Second down, he'll throw it. He makes the grab. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And that one is picked up in the end zone. Crosses midfield. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense putting points on the board.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Farmer.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge. one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them. Big for the resume.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Quick completion to the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
From the gun, the running back has it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Give to the single back. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Touchdown, Ole Miss! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll pull it down and run. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the 2nd level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off a big play. And the Sooners want to move quickly. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! The AT unit on the field.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. To the air on 1st down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. The very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Grabbed behind the line, it's Farmer. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, double to it. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
They'll run for it. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the 1st down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that 1st down.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the point after is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Your boy KC is all over it, fellas. Here's a final between the Vols and Tide. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Going to try to get it himself. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got to...
Turning it on! Touchdown, Oklahoma! Great job by the back on the option.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big stinks and fumbles happen as a result.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be calling a hot route. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And how about the defense here? Oftentimes in these 2-minute type situations, you're just sort of in this prevent mode. You're trying to force the opponent to kick a field goal and not score a touchdown, but they're still being aggressive. They're out there still trying to make plays, and how about that effort creating the takeaway?
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Caught over the middle. It's Farmer. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man at the 45 on his way. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the play.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Farmer. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. DBs will back off a bit. And back to the air on 2nd down. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Absolutely perfect. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
From the gun, he leads it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete to the right.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught behind the line. It's Farmer. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half. Almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Grab behind the line. It's Washington.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And the Sooners come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Well, on 2nd and inches, the offense tried to catch the defense napping, and they took a shot, didn't get it. 3rd and inches now, you got to do the obvious thing and run it, and the defense completely stuffs you Now you got 4th down. What do you do if you're on offense?
The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on one time. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. For eSports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Sooners will boot it away to start the game. It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the running back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air on second down. It's complete to the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was...
Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The give out of the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So, which team...
There he goes! Bulldozes his way through. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it. But what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
From the gun, the ground game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Working on the right. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Sooners are flying down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
To 16. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And you really want your quarterback in the red zone to be efficient, to be smart, not to give up points. And man, he makes a big mistake. They capitalize on defense, return the ball all the way down the field, and now their offense has an opportunity in the red zone.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Breaks the tackle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job on the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
That is such a great play by that defender. And how many times on deep balls do we see PI? Do we see pass interference? In situations just like that, that defender did an outstanding job.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. And it looks as if they're going to try field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. Turning on the Jets. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
receivers, and you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with him to force the fumble.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. He'll start this drive going to the air. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
To the air on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off at the goal line. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, third down, touchdown.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Splits the uprights. Good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll a touchdown would give them the lead. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll leave it with him. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
I know everybody drew that one up, right? Like, oh, they're going to run an option, and they're going to pitch it to the big fella tight end and let him take it in for a touchdown. Nice creativity by this offense. Caught the defense off guard, and the big fella does the rest and punches it in for a rushing touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Virginia Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Hokies. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands. It's Washington. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Got his man on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31.
But when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And the Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
The Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Will get to him at the 25.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He holds one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give on the inside.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out the quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. One more snap coming before halftime. The give to the back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
The offense changing the play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
The defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
He lofts one down the sideline. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets into the 30.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Run in the red zone, it's Estes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. The snap sets up to throw. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the 1st down.
Making side adjustments here. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Sooner! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Hauls it in. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing, turning it on. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to get the edge on the right. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They take the lead with the 6.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Working that left side now. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and now they lead by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 20. Gonna run it. It's Farmer. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Hands it off. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He's got it on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Rebels can really attack on this second and short. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Farmer. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Wants to fire on second down. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Handoff from the gun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Sooners are in the hurry up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to scramble. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule. And the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Sooners! They move on top here in the 4th.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the 4th quarter. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll take the deep shot. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Wants to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy, I think. They had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. That's caught. It's Farmer. knocked down for the tackle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set in the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th down, going to the air. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And you just got to know the situation of the game. So after that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. He's going for the goal line. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And here's the thing, the strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play calling.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now. This offense needs to get some points. precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ball game. Got to have a score, like you said, Reese. Work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab on the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, incomplete pass, go to third down. If we need to go for it on fourth down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. With the catch, it's Farmer. Still on his feet at the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Rebels! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And how about that for a capper? The likely game winner in the waning moments. Look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. He's going to take off. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams.